Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former #2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
I talked with people around the league about Mitchell Trubisky when he's coming out of North Carolina. Those had questions about him. They often... centered in on the fact that he was only a one-year starter and wondered why he couldn't beat out the guy ahead of him beforehand. I just locked in on the athletic ability, the accuracy, and then once he got the football, how the team responded to him. I think his upside is big.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
A gain of 4.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 66 yards.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, Indianapolis.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And a Colts first down.
Now it's Hines. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Juan Thornhill on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I'll bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
The kick is good. Makes the score Colts 3, Chiefs nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Trubisky sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And going deep for Hill, and that's caught inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Anthony Walker.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. too. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes, complete. The tight end, Kelsey.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. A good throw here, finding Pascal. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pick.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
25-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
7. First down, Indianapolis.
This is Hines, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got Burton here.
Trubisky's.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week. 1 there here in the 2nd quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st down.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Less than a yard.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
Mahomes pass.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That is caught inside the 5. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And this time he is in. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point.
It's good.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting 3s, and you're coming back and getting 2s, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
48-yard line.
23 yards the pickup there. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run with Hines. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
5 yards.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Makes the score Colts 9. Chiefs 7.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 21-yard.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. Right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a 1st down in that situation?
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Clyde Edwards.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Brought him down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well,
under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
A 43-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9.
Chiefs 10, Colts 9.
Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked up by Javarius Ward. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 50. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Rodrigo.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. And this will make it into the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. 30. Past the 20.
Bring in the second
and
string.
all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On the delay, here's Hines. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Trubisky sacked.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs.
Number 10, Mitchell Trubisky.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
6-yard line. Four yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now it's Trubisky on the move to his left. He's going to take off with it to the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Hines. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Right back to him on 1st down. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
The tackle made.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. On the right side is Hilton with a catch. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Now a dump off here complete.
Trubisky's pass.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll try the left side. Hines. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Pascal's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky completes it to the tight end, Burton. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Trubisky to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word.
Now Trubisky lost the football. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gonna let one fly for, and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Kansas City Chiefs.
The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will have a Chiefs first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
The 17-yard line.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Down back at the 14-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Yeah, the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
17 yards. And the Colts 1st down.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Carl Nassib able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage. Work on that clock. See if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Trubisky. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Here's Trubisky, fighting Hilton on his slant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
First down, Colts.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. That's into the hands of Pascal. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. The 20.
Pass some of this.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And that one makes this a 19-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Indy set to go on offense once more. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick six. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Trubisky lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes left side. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky out of his hands quickly to Pittman. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Trubisky, he's going to let it fly. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready. Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like...
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Now Edwards-Helaire. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get to stay home.